They can still find out.
Skater Bro Ryan says, tell Vixen Sharp we say hi.
Hello, people.
Hi.
Hi, people.
We do my green screen on. Yes, we also demand green screen on.
Hi, all people. Oh, I like that colour.
Is your camera back to
Manual time? Yeah, absolutely. The manual's already open in the other window. Right, it's a nice day and you should have a great drive across the pass. Get the loco ready and wait here until 12:05 until your schedule, which is your scheduled time of departure. So, now, what have we got to do? We have got to click on that bit and then turn that to the right and turn that to the right.
We have to
Now we need to press Shift B.
Maybe not.
And we wait. Here it comes. Gotta wait for the system to boot up. It's like waiting for a ZX81 to load a screen. Moggy, this is going to seem so familiar to you. Look at this. It's like it's doing the attributes at the end of a ZX Spectrum loading a screen. Does that seem familiar, Moggy? It's awesome, isn't it? Right, so over here we need... I'm going to set those pantographs. I'm going to set those lights. I'm going to do pantograph up, main switch up.
No, wait.
Traction motor blowers up. We've got line voltage.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, people.
Bye.
No.
Bye.
Instrument lights on. Don't need the cab light.
You can see how I get upstairs. You try to get upstairs.
Darkness Monster, thank you very much for the resub.
Hi, Darkness Monster.
Vic says hi. They told me it was a trap. Well, I guess we blame Moggy for that, but happy 21 months. Thank you very much indeed, Darkness Monster. Right, so we've still got a couple of minutes left, actually. We're doing all right on this startup procedure. What we've got left to do now, we need to put it in forwards. Inducey is woken up. What have I missed? I think we're actually looking pretty good. Set the speed limiter to our first speed. That'll do. I'll release the spring brake. Right. We're pretty much there now. We're just waiting until 12:05 for our departure time now. That's a pretty cool startup procedure, it has to be said. Let's have a look around outside. Quite a modern looking loco, I don't know if they actually are. Having one wide window like that is usually indicative of reasonably modern. How am I tonight? I am very good, thank you, Chris. So, included rolling stock are the new logo and the old logo version of the loco. So we've got that one and that one. So there you go. There's your two variants of loco that are included. And then there are 15 versions of the SGNS wagon, which is this thing. Three scenarios, as I said. Built 93-94 Crucible. Excellent. No, Train, the green screen is turned off because someone's wearing a green shirt, and therefore the green screen is sort of ineffective, really. 12:05 for departure. I really like the detail on that startup sequence, though. That's very good. Dash Dig, you got your scenario script working. Fantastic. What was wrong with it? Where you no go? Oh, it was the HTML that was wrong. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think the brakes are still on. We've clicked the reverser. We've done the spring brake. Well, this is really odd. Have a look around the switches, see what we got wrong here. Train heating, train motor cooling. Where did that get turned off? Right, we're off. Time to smash random buttons, absolutely. I thought it was a bit quiet. It's really interesting to drive. It's kind of like you control the tractive effort, essentially, rather than being a throttle as such. Hey there, DJ SB, how you doing? Giving it maximum power now. We'll see what happens. Oh, I know why. I'm limited to 40, aren't I? Train won't go because it's German, yeah. It's not really German, but I see what your point. Fermero! Can't believe a month passed already. Here's to hopefully many more and an excellent charity stream. I did it right in the end, lol. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate your support, Fermero. Just keeping an eye on the lights now, and apparently the audio. Oh, sorry, Stephen Jam, it completely slipped my mind. 'twill be done this weekend. I'll get off my backside and get it done. Steam and Jam's prepared a little video surprise for you all, which will go up onto my YouTube channel. Gee, yeah, I know you've been a little bit hyped for this one, haven't you? Right. My newly clean desk. Thanks, Victoria. Coming into the 80 limits. Hey Moggy, did you like MPTV bots? Welcome for you. No, I'm going easy tonight, having a cup of coffee. 4072. So 1 yellow, 2 greens is a 60 limit, remember rightly? That's what? No. It's that one. Bit more water in there. You're welcome, okay. Two greens, that's 60 through here. You've got the Just Trains version of the scenario, Chris. Aha! Well, I guess it answers the question of whether it's compatible. Yeah, you just yeah, exactly, Stephen Jam. You adjust the amount of power, and you just use speed set to control the speed. It's distant go. I've no idea what aluminum is, Moggy. What is aluminum? Fermero, tomorrow's stream is like a pre-release for the July 24th, or pre-stream for the July 24th launch, so it'll be related to that, I think. Luke is sorting out what we're actually doing. These days, I just leave it all up to him, and he sorts it all out, and I just show up, do my thing, take all the credit, and go home. It's better than it was. But then again, as community manager, that is part of his job, so I don't feel too bad. He does a good job though, so I'm quite pleased. Oh, by the way, I've seen pictures of Train Sim World on PlayStation and Xbox, the boxes, in game. You can pre-order it in the store, so that it's actually out on the shelves now. It's just awesome. I've not got a clue, Gio. Is someone working on that loco? This one's only just come out. Oh, you saw the full-page back cover ad Crucible? Yes. Yeah, it was a rail photography magazine, if I remember rightly. I don't think there's a bonus for pre-ordering Rebel County, no. You should be acknowledging speedboards on any German route, depending on what the speedboard is. The rules in this route are supposed to be the same as in Germany. I think they're a bit harsher than that on here. I think just about every speedboard has a magnet on it. Oh, okay then, Gio. Better ask them then. Because I've got no idea, I'm afraid. I just release it when they play it. I play it when they release it. That's probably the more likely way around. Quite fun to drive this actually. It's not difficult, but it is different. Thelonious, did you consider a HUD like the one here for TSW? Yes, it was considered, and it was rejected because it stops you having to play the game. You don't have to look out the window. You can play the entire game just by watching what's going on underneath. So it's kind of a case of... And I'm not saying that what we've got is 100% what it needs to be. There needs to be some more on the HUD in TSW. But the feedback we've had is that what's there is a much cleaner approach to doing it, but it needs more information. So that's the solution. Was going to be to put more information on the HUD and make it also toggleable so you can choose what you want. That's kind of where I want to go with it anyway. But the idea is to get you... That's why the markers are in the world, so that you can start learning where everything is. So the idea is to help you learn the route. You want a dynamic HUD, something like that. .70 limit. We've got a 60 coming up. Possibly I should have acknowledged something there. Sorry, I was reading Ed's little rant about the horizontal line. So I am blaming Ed for that one. Taking ages to pump the brakes back up. Better. Right. Faramero, the moment you looked at chat, I saw the thing on the HUD light up, and it was like emergency break time. Yeah, thanks everyone for your support there. Yeah, Ed's ranting me at via Discord now. Still on a 60 limit. Cruise control's making this a bit easier, has to be said. Yeah, come on, Moggy, let's have some jazz hands. If there's no pom-poms, then there needs to be jazz hands. Jazz poms instead of pom-poms. Ooh, hello. What should you make for dinner, Faramero? Something yummy. Food. Yep. Doesn't need to be healthy. Let's not go over the top. Chris, thank you for the cheer. But jar is far too empty. Totally agree. Thank you very much, Chris. Salad is not a food. Salad is a promissory note that food will soon arrive. Yeah. Salad is really just, here's something because the food is taking longer than expected. Had the food been taken as long as expected, you would now be eating food instead of salad. Not sure how that's supposed to make you feel better, but... 19 kilometers. Ooh, meatloaf Ferramero, that sounds good. What are you going to have with it, though? Can't just have meatloaf. I need something with it. Brussels sprouts. Meatloaf and Brussels sprouts. I think that's traditional, isn't it? You could have meatloaf and bagels or mac and cheese. Just have lots of meatloaf then, I guess. Cam Jenks, thank you for the raid. Oh, it's that pretty bridge. Or one of those pretty bridges. Double layered things. Gorgeous. Oh, did I do it again? What did I miss? Oh, is that 50 down there? Ah, you see, that 50 applies to both. That's the problem. Oh well. The brakes charged back up just about. It's really awkward. You can't help but roll backwards on the start because you can't have the brakes on. Oh, there's a loco break. Of course there is. What about the loco break? $50 limit are coming up. You got no sounds, Dex. It's bad news. Moggy is slightly jealous. He wishes he had no sounds. Hey, Urban Container, how are you doing? Oh, take my shoes off. There you go. Sorry about the smell, everyone. Thank you, El Paris. Placid Tuber. Train sim is constantly crashing as soon as you go into the play section at the main menu. Suggest you've got some content that might be corrupt somewhere? Is it just stuff from Steam, or have you installed anything non-Steam on there? Bentley boy, we are going to Moserschlag in Austria. Hey, G Cook Scotland, how are you doing? Have you spoken to support at all yet, Placid Tuber? Because I would, my first thing for you would be to suggest doing a verify files. If that doesn't work, I'd uninstall the entire game, clean it all up, and then reinstall it. But the support team have got all of sort of some documentation to help you how to do that. Because uninstalling and reinstalling is not quite as straightforward as it sounds, because there's some extra steps once you've uninstalled it from Steam. "13 kilometers. We're reaching the top, reaching the summit at Semmering. Hey, Citrus Sausages, how are you? I'm very good, thank you. How are you? Thank you for the cheers. Right. We're in the tunnel. Yeah, next scenario is quite long. I predict Flying Scotsman will be asking when it's over, 45 minutes in. Bit more power. BMJ is coding for a profession repetitive. No, I don't think I've ever felt that, even if I've been doing something fairly repetitive. Because if you're doing something repetitive, then as a coder, you generally find a way of coding the repetitive thing. So you create another bit of code that codes for you. Metacoding. Codeception. Free Twitch followers UK, thank you for the follow. Yeah, let's not have any fake follow botting, please. Not interested in that rubbish. Well, it's just unfortunate for 072 because I increased the cruise speed, and at that same moment it decided that it needed to brake. So it took it ages to wind down the power and in ages to click into dynamics, by which time we were overspeeding and I had the air brakes on to try and capture it. You can't drink milk unless it's with something else. You mean like, and chocolate cake? Yeah, it's a fairly steep slope. Why am I wearing a green shirt, BMJ Epic? Because it was the next one in the pile. And I forgot. Cereal sauce. No, it's too much of a different shade of green, Fab Diva, so it really wouldn't work. I can't just magic a blue screen out of thin air, BMJ. You could try. You first, Stephen J. Hey, Steve. Just paint it blue momentarily while the train drives itself, yeah. Put it in the wash with some jeans. You've got a blue tarp behind you somewhere, Stephen Jam. Excellent. If you could just pop it over. Fab DVD space taking the offending shirt off. I don't think I'd be popular. No, that would not be popular with anybody. Dynamic braking's kicking right in now. What time does TSW get released to Xbox on the 24th? I don't know exactly. I think it might be fairly early. EC 6 PM for the stream on the 24th? Yep. There are actually particular shades of green and blue that you normally use. The chroma key green and chroma key blue. Then ideally, like a sheet like this has got quite a sheen to it as well. Car viewing. See, we just call it car spotting. What car are you going to see, Moggy? Yeah, any colour in theory works, but you'll find that different colours have are better or worse at it. I mean, for a while I was using a black sheet at work to do the... Oh, Red Devil Dom! Watch the speed. Thank you very much, Red Devil Dom. Apologies. Thanks, Chris, for letting me know. What colour is the car? The Prius is black and my Astra Twin Top is sort of like a light metallic blue. Hyundai Ioniq. Oh, nice. Yeah, my wife has a car and I've got a car, Citrus. Mine was a freebie. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have two cars. That's expensive. Thought I was going to say pink. You know how close I've come? And then I realised it's cost a lot of money and I'm not that desperate. Why does a train fan own two cars? Have you tried buying and using the train service over here? Mörserschlagyard. Red Devil Dom. So my Astra was my sister's, and I mean it's not worth a lot of money because it's quite old. It's got 150,000 on the clock, so it was more she hasn't got storage for it. She doesn't need two cars, and so because it was me, she just let me have it because she's awesome. It has regular service, but you know what? I don't really go too many places that I can get the train on. I mean, I should walk to work, but you know, kind of lazy. Coming in at Mörderschlag Yard. You don't have a lease car from DTG. No. Don't really. Can't really justify that. Yeah, all the trains here are designed about getting you into London, pretty much exactly, Fabdiva. Rubicube, thank you for the host, and welcome to Rubicube's viewers. Coming into the yard now. No, I never thought about getting a second car previously, just because it felt like it would be an excessive luxury. But now I've got a second car, definitely would keep it if I had another. If I had to get another car, I'd definitely get one. It's really handy. Oh no, I'm definitely not thinking about a third. Hey there, Mr. Ruku, how are you doing? You got 6 classics BRCW, wow. Time to take a break. Probably be